I guess sometimes I feel like I have to look a certain way just to like look good, and like have people like me and think that I'm someone they want to be around, I guess.
Doctors have come from distant cities just to see me. Stand over my bed, disbelieving.
There's a lot more to someone than what you see, whether it's their personality or their background or something. It's just judging people based on their appearance is wrong.
And as far as they see, they can offer no explanation. Newspapers ask intimate questions, want confessions. They reach into my head to steal the glory of my story. They say
It's kind of like hurtful that they don't even consider like your personality.
and as far as they see, they can offer no explanation. I believe fate smiled at destiny. Laughed as she
She's not like a slut, she's just wearing that because she thinks it's fashionable and looks good and she's trying to make a statement, so like let her do that.
Like, it's about like your views and opinions. It's not about what you wear. Yeah.
And as far as you see, you can offer me no explanation. Ooh, I believe fate smiled at destiny. Laughed as she came to my cradle. No, this child will be able. Laughed as she came to my mother. No, this child will not suffer. Laughed as my body she lifted. No, this child will be gifted with love, with patience, and with faith. She'll make a way. She'll make a way.
It's hurtful when people call you that just based on your appearance and judging you on like how you look. So the mindset is something that definitely needs to be changed, I think.
Sexual harassment is the uninvited and unwelcome verbal or physical behavior of a sexual nature towards a person. Far too often, girls are being sexually harassed in many places in society, one of the most common being high schools, where the length of girls' shorts determine their personality and the school dress code makes them feel like their body should be hidden. Society has created inevitable punishments for girls who no longer want to feel like they can't express themselves with a fashion statement or trend, and it isn't fair. Not only this, but if society continues to tell girls that they have to look a certain way to be accepted, girls may become obsessed with their appearance to an unhealthy level and develop eating disorders or mental illnesses like depression or anxiety. But exactly how common is this? A national study in the United States called Crossing the Line was conducted by the American Association of University Women, where nearly 2,000 students were surveyed, revealing statistics about sexual harassment in high schools. Nearly 50% of 7th to 12th graders experienced sexual harassment. 44% of students said that they were harassed in person, being subjected to unwelcome comments or jokes, inappropriate touching, or sexual intimidation. 30% of students reported online harassment, unwelcome comments, jokes, or pictures via text, email, Facebook, and other tools, or having sexual rumors, information, or pictures spread about them. 87% of those who experience harassment reported negative effects such as absenteeism, poor sleep, and stomach aches. Girls reported being harassed more than boys, 56% compared with 40%. Boys were more likely to be the harassers. After interviewing several students about their experience with sexual harassment, these statistics were more than confirmed. First, boy and girl students were asked the question, what statements have been made about you or your appearance that you will never forget? People's most memorable comments tended to be about their physical appearance.
When I was younger, around 9 years old, that's when they started, I think. A lot of people used to make fun of the fact that I wore glasses and that I had brown skin, which was quite strange. And then also the fact that I had hair on my arms and legs, which was made fun of.
Well, I remember the first time anyone's really said anything about that to me was in 6th grade, and my mom told me, she was like, you don't want to dress or look like you're a slut, and I always remembered that.
Well, most of them have come from school in what I wear, because sometimes I'll wear low V-necks or like low tops. I don't even know what to call them. But anyways, so I'll wear those sometimes, and well, as a woman, things happen, and yeah, it just kind of gets to them for some reason. Like, it won't be in a safe environment.
I've been told a lot of times that I look like a boy, I think, when I was little especially. And I don't know, I've been told a lot of times that I look like a boy, but I need to stop doing that because I'm not one. So.
I get a lot of, like, I'm lazy, I don't work hard, things of that nature.
I wear basketball shorts many times a week, almost all the time. And people say I need to wear jeans more and more, like, proper clothes, if you know what I mean.
No clue. I guess people just say I'm tall. That's all I really get.
Antoine.
My father's Antoine.
Yeah, because he always comments on it.
Okay. But other than that,
No.
no?
No.
After interviewing people in person, the same question of what statements have been made about you or your appearance that you will never forget was extended to all the girls in the high school in an activity aimed to compare these statements, with a question extended to boys asking what they respected about girls in their school, in an attempt to provoke thought about their relationships with girls on a deeper level. The results overwhelmingly supported that the majority of girls remember statements that critique their appearance. Some standout statements include comments about body hair, the amount of makeup girls wear, different body parts, and the fit of different clothing. As for the boys, only a few submissions were made in comparison to the mass of female responses, suggesting that boys had little interest in expressing what they respected about girls, or that the question was not easy to immediately answer.
Yeah, sometimes I think, one time I thought a teacher made an assumption about like my personality because I broke the dress code.
I think the fact that I have glasses and braces tends to make people think that I'm a little bit nerdy. I don't know. It sounds really silly when you say it out loud, but that has happened.
I think when I used to look like a boy, a lot of assumptions were made because of that, maybe just about what I would act like based on that and what I'd be interested in.
Like that's why everyone's thinking, before the first day of school starts, everyone wants to wear like their favorite clothes or like their newest clothes from the summer because they're really worried about what the new kids will think about them if they don't look good enough.
A lot of times it's about like your physical appearance, but I think if your personality is just good enough, like it should help you a little bit. I don't know.
When I first came to the school, people thought I was kind of weird because of the way I was dressing with like baggy shorts and sagging a lot. They thought I was probably kind of like a weird kid and like not normal.
At first it made me feel kind of good, but then afterwards, like when I thought more about it, I didn't really feel that great about it because I knew that they weren't seeing anything besides like my physicality.
No, not exactly, because I wouldn't go up to well, actually, of course somebody's gonna go up to you and the first thing they're gonna notice is your appearance. So that is actually something that I agree with. Like somebody has probably done that to me multiple times.
Depends, I guess, on who the person is, because if I know that like eventually they got to know me or something, if it was just some creepy person like from afar that didn't even know me or was just gonna like use me, then that's kind of different.
Used like an object.
Maybe. I don't know.
Not that I know of.
No, I don't think once. I mean, yeah, I've had people like me. I've liked people, but it was mainly because of my personality, I feel.
The kind of pressure girls are put under to achieve social acceptance as a result of their physicality is much greater than that of boys. Not only do girls feel like they have to look a certain way to fit in or get people to like them, but they simultaneously feel the need to dress defensively in order to avoid unwelcome comments or sexual advancements, and on top of all of this, must meet the guidelines of their school's dress code.
I think that schools shouldn't have dress codes because what you wear is a freedom of your own expression, and it's also teaching young people of our age that how you dress is going to impact your education. So if you dress a certain way, you're going to be sent home, and that's more important than, you studying and learning things.
Sometimes it's kind of ridiculous because, like, I mean, guys are never really dress coded. I mean, yeah, I mean, okay, we don't wear like skirts or whatever, but I mean, we still sag a lot and nothing really happens to us, when I feel like the girls, like, if you're just wearing like shorts that are like a little too short, you'll get dress coded. Or if you're like showing your shoulders, which I don't really feel how that would affect anybody. Like, oh, I'm showing my shoulder, like, oh, look at this sexy ass shoulder. Like, no, it doesn't really make any sense to me.
Well, I think they should actually lighten up a bit, because having like a strap or whatever showing isn't like asking for it, and also they're sexualizing women then. And actually they do that with boys too. Like, oh no, a shoulder. Look at that shoulder. Everyone avert your eyes, please. Turn around. Oh, boys, no, do not look at that shoulder. Oh no, thighs, human thighs. Please no, not again.
I don't really agree with my school's dress code, because I don't think it's really like enhancing the lives of other, or it doesn't really have much to do with our mission statement, and it just makes, I've only ever really seen girls get dress coded, and it just makes girls like feel like they shouldn't be comfortable in their bodies, or there's something wrong with like showing their shoulders or their legs, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, and I think you should be able to wear whatever you want.
I don't understand why like shorts matter a lot about the girls. Like, they can't wear it past their like hands, I think, or something like that. It's something like that, but I don't understand that. Like, what's the big deal?
Everyone should express themselves the way they want to express themselves. If they want to dress conservatively, then they should dress conservatively, but then they shouldn't be bothered by people who don't want to dress conservatively. Like, I think that that's just quite fair. If we're going to let each other be, then let me be too.
Have you ever felt like assumptions were made about your personality due to your appearance?
Yes.
Girls feel sexually harassed in high schools for all of these reasons. Whether they are uncomfortable due to unwelcome sexual advancements or humiliated as a result of teachers commenting on their exposed shoulders, leggings, or shorts, girls constantly feel like foreigners in their own skin. This limits their freedom of expression, all the while boys continue to think that different appearances are true indicators of a girl's personality.
Yes, I could see like other boys treating like girls differently if they wear like some slutty outfit or something like that.
What makes an outfit slutty?
Showing like I don't know how to explain it.
Try.
Just like wearing like stuff that could like stick it out.
Describe a slutty outfit.
Like a shirt that goes like all the way like right to here, showing a lot of the, yeah, and really like shorts. Yeah.
You think that's...
And showing like a lot of skin, like everywhere. Everywhere.
It's a lot easier said than done. But I think that people need to stop judging each other on their appearance, and then stop making like assumptions about each other based on what someone looks like, because there's a lot more to someone than what you see, whether it's their personality or their background or something. It's just judging people based on their appearance is wrong.
Like, you just need to stand up for yourself, really. Like, society's really hard to change, like, half the time. And I feel like, I feel like with feminists especially, they've been trying to change this for years and years, and they made impact, but you still see these petty little things happen every day about dress coding. So I feel like it's just a matter of standing up for yourself and just doing what you believe in and not really listening to the power.
Stop blaming girls for their appearance for once. Like, you know what rape culture is? That's exactly what you're doing. You're just blaming them for everything that happens because of what they're wearing.
and just like be aware that people's choices or opinions have like nothing to do with their physicality or like what they'll do at a party or something like that. Like it's about like your views and opinions. It's not about what you wear. Yeah.
The mindset, you know, like just because you show a little bit of skin doesn't mean that you can't judge someone just based on what their appearance is, you know. Just because someone's wearing shorts doesn't mean that they're like someone who's like a slut or something, because that's not what a slut is. And it's hurtful when people call you that just based on your appearance and judging you on like how you look. So the mindset is something that definitely needs to be changed, I think.
I think people just need to accept that if a girl is showing a lot of skin, she's probably not doing it to look provocative, especially if she's coming to school. She's not doing it to like make people think she's really hot, and she's not like a slut. She's just wearing that because she thinks it's fashionable and looks good, and she's trying to make a statement. So like, let her do that.